Are you struggling to make your personal brand stand out in a sea of competitors? Do you want to know the secrets behind creating an unforgettable personal brand? Well, look no further, because today we're going to delve into the legacy of one of the greatest visionaries of our time, Steve Jobs, to uncover the secrets to creating a personal brand that people will never forget. From his innovative marketing strategies to his unique design approach, we'll explore the lessons that can be learned from the man who changed the game for personal branding. So sit tight and get ready to take your personal brand to the next level. Remarkable personal brand tips from Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was a master at creating a powerful and unforgettable personal brand, and there are several lessons that can be learned from his legacy. Here are some of the key secrets to creating a remarkable personal brand from Steve Jobs' example. 1. Emphasize your unique strengths. Emphasizing your unique strengths is a crucial aspect of creating a memorable and effective personal brand. Steve Jobs was able to identify his strengths and use them to build an iconic brand that still resonates with people today. By understanding what makes you unique and leveraging those strengths, you can create a personal brand that stands out in a crowded marketplace. To identify your unique strengths, start by asking yourself what you are good at and what comes naturally to you. Consider your passions, interests, and hobbies, as well as any skills or talents that you have developed over time. These can include anything from your ability to communicate effectively to your expertise in a particular area or your creativity and problem-solving skills. Once you have identified your unique strengths, think about how you can use them to create a standout personal brand. For example, if you are an excellent communicator, you could focus on creating compelling content that engages and resonates with your audience. If you are a talented designer, you could use your design skills to create a visually stunning and memorable brand identity. 2. Tell a compelling story. Telling a compelling story is a powerful way to create an unforgettable personal brand. Steve Jobs was a master storyteller, and he used the skill to create a narrative around Apple's products and brand. He understood that people connect with stories on an emotional level, and that stories have the power to create an enduring impression in people's minds. To craft a compelling story for your personal brand, start by considering the unique experiences and challenges that have shaped you and your journey. Think about the key turning points in your life that have led you to where you are today. This could include moments of triumph, moments of failure, or any other experiences that have shaped your worldview. Once you have identified the key elements of your personal story, think about how you can use them to create a narrative that resonates with your audience. Your story should be authentic and relatable, and it should highlight your unique strengths, values, and personality. When telling your story, it's important to focus on the emotions and experiences that are most relevant to your audience. Use vivid language and imagery to create a sense of connection with your audience, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable and share your personal struggles and challenges. 3. Create a clear and consistent visual identity. Creating a clear and consistent visual identity is an essential aspect of building a memorable and effective personal brand. Apple's branding was characterized by a simple and recognizable visual identity, which contributed to its iconic status as a brand. To develop a strong visual identity for your personal brand, it's important to consider several factors. Firstly, you should consider your brand's personality and values. What kind of message do you want to communicate to your audience? What values do you want your brand to be associated with? These considerations will help you to choose a visual identity that aligns with your brand's overall goals and values. Once you have a clear idea of your brand's personality and values, you can begin to develop a visual identity that is consistent across all channels and touchpoints. This could include choosing a color palette, typography, and imagery that reflect your brand's personality and values. For example, if you want your brand to be associated with innovation and creativity, you might choose bold and vibrant colors, and use dynamic and unconventional typography. It's important to ensure that your visual identity is consistent across all channels and touchpoints, including your website, social media profiles, business cards, and any other marketing materials. This consistency will help to reinforce your brand's message and make it more memorable for your audience. 4. Focus on authenticity. Authenticity is a critical element of building a strong personal brand that resonates with your audience. Steve Jobs was known for his authenticity and his willingness to be vulnerable with his audience, which contributed to his iconic status as a leader and innovator. To build an authentic personal brand, it's important to focus on being true to yourself and your values. Authenticity means being honest and transparent about who you are and what you stand for, even if that means being vulnerable or admitting your weaknesses. One way to cultivate authenticity in your personal brand is to focus on building genuine relationships with your audience. This means engaging with your followers on social media, responding to comments and messages, and sharing personal stories and experiences that are relevant to your brand's message. It's also important to be consistent in your messaging and actions. This means aligning your words and actions with your brand's values, and being transparent about any changes or updates to your brand's messaging or direction. Another important aspect of authenticity is embracing your unique qualities and quirks. Instead of trying to fit into a mold or copy someone else's style, focus on developing your own unique voice and style that sets you apart from the competition. 5. Innovate and think differently. Innovation and creativity are essential components of building a strong personal brand that stands out in a crowded marketplace. Steve Jobs was a pioneer in innovation and creativity, and he applied these principles to Apple's branding and marketing strategies to make the company one of the most successful in the world. To build a personal brand that is innovative and creative, it's important to think outside the box and look for new and unique ways to differentiate yourself from the competition. This might involve experimenting with new technologies, exploring unconventional marketing channels, or taking risks with your messaging and branding. One way to foster innovation in your personal brand is to continually seek out new ideas and inspiration. This might involve staying up to date with the latest trends in your industry, attending conferences and events, or networking with other professionals who share your passion for innovation. Another important aspect of innovation is embracing failure and learning from your mistakes. Innovation involves taking risks, and not every idea will be successful. By embracing failure and learning from your mistakes, you can refine your approach and continue to innovate and differentiate your personal brand. Finally, it's important to be open-minded and flexible in your approach to innovation. This means being willing to pivot and change direction if an idea or strategy isn't working, and being open to feedback and collaboration with others. 6. Create a clear vision for your personal brand. Creating a clear vision is a critical step in building a strong personal brand that resonates with your audience. Steve Jobs was known for having a clear vision for Apple's products and brand, which helped guide the company's decision-making and messaging. To develop a clear vision for your personal brand, it's important to start by defining your goals and objectives. What do you want to achieve with your personal brand? Who is your target audience, and what do they care about? What sets you apart from the competition, and what are your unique strengths and skills? Once you have a clear understanding of your goals and objectives, you can begin to develop a vision statement that guides your decision-making and messaging. Your vision statement should be clear, concise, and memorable, and should communicate the essence of your personal brand. For example, Steve Jobs' vision for Apple was to create products that were beautiful, easy to use, and integrated seamlessly with users' lives. This vision guided the company's decision-making and messaging, and helped to differentiate Apple from its competitors. Remember, building a personal brand is not just about creating a logo or a tagline. It's about understanding who you are, what you stand for, and how you want to be perceived by others. By taking a thoughtful and strategic approach to building your personal brand, you can create a powerful and compelling presence that resonates with your audience and sets you apart from the competition. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, a freelancer, or a professional looking to advance your career, remember to keep these key principles in mind as you build your personal brand. With dedication, hard work, and a willingness to learn and grow, you can create an unforgettable personal brand that reflects your unique strengths and resonates with your audience for years to come. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. We always appreciate feedback and would love to hear your thoughts on personal branding and how you plan to apply these principles to your own brand. Thank you again for tuning in. If you found this content valuable, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos like this one.